What is going on, guys? It's Hector here with Vaping Lizards, and today we have another tank review, and today we have the Aspire Cleito. So let's get right to it and talk about it. So this is the Aspire Cleito, guys. I'm gonna have to go into my phone and so I can pull out all the information about it, but it's primarily made out of stainless steel. You got a Pyrex tank right here, the ring whiteboard, drip sleeve, drip. It's not really a drip tip because it's like a little sleeve on top. It's like a little drip tip, but it slides off, so it's kind of like drip tip sleeve type deal. This tank holds 3.5 mils of liquid, adjustable airflow. We'll see that in the close-up, the adjustable airflow. Don't worry about it. Brings in this little packaging right here with this little sleeve. You get the tank right there. You have that little ring to put around your tank. It says aspire to be and ... It brings that. Then under this little thing you get more goodies. You're gonna have your coil, which I already used. It comes with a 0.4 installed, and then it brings a 0.2 right here. They're both Clapton Canthal coils, really massive. So you get that coil right there. You get a replacement tank, and then you get these little cuffs. You get 4 of them. I only have 3 because I lost the red one. There's an orange one, there's a black one, and there's a blue one that I'm using right now, and I'll explain how those work and what they're for down in the close-up. So now let's go down to the close-up to take a closer look at this tank. So here it is, guys. I'm gonna go through the whole spill once again. It's a 304 stainless steel construction. This tank, Pyrex glass right here. Ring drip tip, but to me it's more like a ring sleeve type deal because you got that there and you just pop this over. This tank holds 3.5 mils of liquid. It's a 22 millimeter device, 58 millimeters from top to bottom, from the top over here all the way to the bottom with a pin. It's a top fill. I have the little cuff right there, but that's literally the whole coil. This whole section right here that's the coil. There's no chimney section, and I'll tell you what they done, but no chimney, no nothing. That's straight up the coil, what you get. And 510 drip tips are compatible with this, but again, as you can see, you got that little thing right there. I don't know how great that will look with another 510 on it. I'm just gonna keep that part over there. The cuffs help with heat because since the whole coil's there, you can imagine this bottom base being attached to the screw to the with the coil is gonna get very hot, and it gets very, very hot. So this helps contain a little bit of that heat, and it helps it dissipate it out a little bit. The new coil design, it's meant to free up more of those restrictions by eliminating the need of your standard chimney that most tanks have within the tank itself. So very good technology. I'll talk about more on the top once you get to the cons. I'll talk about a little con that I have already that I've been experiencing lately, but let's continue with this. It brings a 0.2 coil head and a 0.4. 0.4 comes installed. 0.2 comes in the packaging that I showed you earlier. Obviously, the 0.4 comes installed, like I said. And there's an RTA section for this, but you have to buy it separately. I wish I can get my hands on it. I'm going to have to look that up online to get it because I would like to use this in RTA mode. But now let's go out top. Let's vape it. Talk about the flavor. Talk about pros and cons and how I rate this device. Alright, so we got done with the close-ups. Let's take a few vapes and see how this baby vapes, okay? Right now, like I said, I have that 0.2 coil head. I have it at 55 watts. Recommended is like 50 to 70 or 50 to 75. That's recommended. I got it at 55. Well, I started to leak. I don't know why I'm leaking. I didn't touch the core head, so it shouldn't be leaking. I might have loosened it up a little bit when I was playing with it, but it's still reading a 0.2. So I don't think that's the issue, but let's double check and make sure. Yeah, the core head is right still in there. It's stiff. So I don't know why it leaked. See, I don't try to hide things. If it happens, it happens. Let you guys know. I'm not gonna go into details and why, because I don't want to look for it. It hasn't happened to me in. Jeez, I had this tank for about a week or so, or more, and it hasn't happened to me. So let's continue. It when it comes to clouds, I haven't pushed it further than 55 watts, just because of the fact that I said that in the close-ups. I'll talk. You know, I'll skip it. I'll talk about it in the cons. I keep it at 55. Vape it there. Vape's fine. After you break in the coil, it vapes very well. I get good flavor. The juice that I have in here is one of my top flavors, and I do not get as much as I get with a nickel coil head. Clapton's supposed to be more of a flavor, and without the chimney, it's supposed to give you more flavor. So I don't know what the deal is there, but I'm not getting the full-on flavor that I get when I put it on a nickel, a tank with a nickel coil and temp. But besides that, good, decent. Is more of a, I believe, how I'm using it right now is more of a laid back, watching movie, chilling with the friends, having a few drinks type tank. It's not crazy. So that's that. And now let's go into the pros and cons and talk about what I want to talk a little further in. So for the cons, what I want to talk about was the coil. Like, this is me being 100% honest. Breaking the coil, especially this 0.2, it was terrible. It was the first like half, the first like 1.5 mil to 2 mils of liquid, breaking it in the tank. It was just a terrible vape. Like I was thinking like the 0.4 coil was better than the 0.2. It was terrible, but now it's good. It's good, and the reason why I don't push it too far is because after taking a few hits, like maybe three, chain vaping like three vapes at like 3-4 second hits, it starts to taste a little funky. Like it's just not wicking, it's not fully juiced up and saturated. So I try to keep it at 55 just to avoid a dry hit or something like that. You guys can go if you have a tank, or if you figure if you feel like picking one up and you pick one up, feel free to try. I keep it at 55. I feel comfortable there. It's a good vape for me. I keep it, about 3/4 of the airflow closed up, so it's 3/4 all around, all three holes, and I feel fine with that. It gets a little hot, but with a little cuff on the top, it helps a little bit. That definitely helps. Well, actually, it helps a lot because it was getting ridiculously hot yesterday when I was trying to put it through its paces. So that is that. Let's go into the pros. One more con before I go into the pros. Them taking that chimney out and making more space and more airflow should have been better liquid. At least 4 or 4.5 mils of liquid. 3.5 with the Clapton coil, it's not the most convenient thing. But now let's go into the pros. Pros, I get decent flavor out of it, so they do follow through with how they market it. The coil heads last a pretty good time for them being Claptons and stuff. They last a pretty good bit. A little bit more, like a day or two longer than your average, Crown, Arctic, and all those coil heads. They last a little bit longer. I love the fact that they made the whole chimney style type deal, because I get a warmer vape because it's so close to the tail. I mean, the coil is like right there. I get a little warmer vape, which I enjoy that, especially when I'm vaping my pastry type vapes, or like deep fried ice cream like this one, anything like that. You know what I mean? It just tastes better when it's a warmer vape. Very good on that. The fact that they bring two coil heads, you get a ring, little orange ring. You get the cuffs. You get a lot of stuff. So that's good on them as well. the three-way airflow. I love that because it gives you a little more airflow option and gives you a little more airflow if you want to bump up the wattage. That's perfect. It's as well. Construction is perfect, and the fact that it's a smaller tank. All the other tanks are a little bit bigger because they don't have that one coil with no chimney type. All the other ones have chimney and stuff like that, so it tends to be a taller tank up like here or here, and I like everything smaller and compacted. So that's another pro right there about that. I mean, there's more pros, but I'm just kind of touching up on the more important ones for me. But now let's go ahead and vape it again and talk about the rating. See, I like how it is. It's nice and warm. Great, and for some reason I am leaking again, and it's really upsetting me. I don't know why. I haven't filled it up in about half a day or so, because I filled it up yesterday afternoon, and it's a little leaky. I don't know. I must have done something to it because I was working just fine with the 0.4 cold head, and I was working fine all day yesterday. So that's just an issue. That's a user error of me. So don't think the RDA is all leaky. It's just me. I did something to it. I'll give this tank like a 7.5 just because it was a pain to break in the coil. It was really it was actually a big pain to break the coil. I saturated the life out of it. I mean, I had it to the point that I was like, it was gargling juice because I had so much in there, and I filled it up and let it sit for a while, and it was still a pain to break it in. So that's why I'm giving it a 7.5. And the flavor is not outstanding like they say, so that kind of like a turn off type deal, because I was expecting to get what they said they were. You get good flavor, but not outstanding, amazing blast, punch of flavor like they said. So 7.5 to me, it's a fair rating for this tank for what it does and how they market it and stuff like that. So that was it for this review, guys. If you feel like picking one of these up, wholesalers out there, or if you know somebody that wholesales, in our link, right, well, not a link, the website there, the link will be in the bottom of the video in the descriptions. But for wholesalers, still waiting on the retail to be up, and like I said in my previous videos, I will announce it in YouTube once our retail website is up and running. So almost finalized, almost done. So we're just waiting on the thumbs up that is up and running from our website guys. So wholesalers, it's available. Check it out, pick them up. It's a little different of a tank, so it'll bring something different to bring on the table on your vape shops and for your people that you distribute to. So that was it for this review, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys watching the whole video and keeping up. Let me know how I did. Like, comment, and subscribe. I want to thank Vaping Lizard for having me here and doing this review, and also Landmark Wholesales in the back right there. Thank you for everything, and until next time, vape safe.